Welcome back. Today we're diving deep into one of the most exciting corners of the numismatic world. The top 7 most valuable United Kingdom half-new penny coins. These copper-plated coins might be small in size, but in the collector market today, they're making big waves. If you've ever thought these humble coins weren't worth your attention, think again. Their value in today's market, especially in the United States dollar equivalent, might just shock you. So stay tuned, because whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, this video is your gateway to discovering some of the rarest and most in-demand half-new penny coins that are commanding serious attention and serious dollars in the auction world today. Let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom half-new penny from 1979. This copper-plated gem, even in circulated fine condition, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and investors alike. With rising interest in historical coinage and rare finds from the late 20th century, the 1979 half-new penny has emerged as a standout in auctions and private sales alike, commanding impressive values in today's market. So, sit back and get ready to discover why this small coin is making such a big impact. The half-new penny was introduced as part of the decimalization of British currency, a major transition that took place in 1971. The coin we're focusing on today was minted in 1979, at a time when the UK was stabilizing its monetary system post-decimalization. Although intended for everyday use, this coin's lifespan in circulation was surprisingly brief. It was eventually demonetized in 1984, making it one of the shortest-lived coins in modern British coinage. The 1979 issue came at a point when the coin had seen limited use, which meant fewer were kept or preserved by the general public. Over time, this has made even circulated examples more difficult to find, especially those that have retained their copper-plated brilliance and historical character. The 1979 half-new penny is a visually appealing and historically rich piece of currency. It features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by the acclaimed sculptor Arnold Machin. This iconic image was used on British coins for nearly 2 decades and remains a hallmark of the era. On the reverse, the coin proudly displays the denomination 1 half-new penny beneath a crown design, reinforcing its royal British heritage. Despite its small size, the coin carries an unmistakable weight of national history and design finesse. Its copper-plated steel composition gives it a warm, rich hue that is instantly recognizable and deeply appreciated by those with a keen eye for collectible coins. What truly sets the 1979 half-new penny apart is its growing rarity and collector appeal, especially in fine circulated condition. While millions were minted, the vast majority were either lost, discarded, or heavily worn, making preserved pieces increasingly scarce. Collectors value coins that still showcase their original detail and shape, and finding a 1979 issue with minimal surface wear and defined edges is becoming more of a challenge each year. This has sparked a surge in demand, with numismatists and hobbyists alike eager to add this underrated gem to their collections. The fine circulated condition hits a sweet spot affordable enough for newer collectors, yet scarce enough to intrigue seasoned professionals. It's that perfect blend of history, rarity, and condition that drives up both demand and excitement in today's coin market. Now, let's talk about the real value. The 1979 half-new penny in circulated fine condition has seen a notable increase in market price, especially as collectors around the world recognize its historical significance. Depending on the market, quality, and seller reputation, these coins are currently being valued anywhere between $65,000 and sometimes more for exceptionally preserved examples. What's even more exciting is the auction scene, where competitive bidding can push the price even higher. Online platforms and collector marketplaces are showing a rising trend in interest, with many pieces being snapped up quickly by eager buyers. As demand grows and supply remains limited, the dollar value of this coin is only expected to rise. If you're looking to invest in or collect the 1979 half-new penny, there are a few smart strategies to keep in mind. Always examine the coin's overall appearance. Look for crisp details in the portrait of the queen, minimal wear on the reverse, and a consistent copper shine. Make sure to purchase from reputable sellers, preferably those who specialize in British coinage or offer clear images and grading details. Adding one or more of these coins to your portfolio can be a strategic move, not just for historical appreciation, but also for long-term investment potential. Whether you're just starting out or already building a high-value collection, this coin fits beautifully into any serious numismatist display. The 1979 United Kingdom half-new penny is far more than just a tiny relic of a bygone currency system. It's a symbol of national history, an example of classic British coin design, and a highly sought-after piece in today's thriving collector market. Its limited lifespan, unique appearance, and increasing rarity have made it a coin of real value and significance. If you come across one in fine condition, consider yourself lucky, because you're holding a piece of history that continues to grow in esteem and worth. Next up, we're talking about the United Kingdom half-new penny from the year 1976, a copper-plated coin that is now making waves in the collector's market, especially in very fine condition. This humble-looking coin is gaining major traction in auctions and private sales, and if you've got one in your possession, you may be holding on to a small treasure with big potential. Let's take a step back and explore the history and background of this coin. The half-new penny was introduced in 1971 as part of the United Kingdom's shift to decimalization, which modernized the British currency system. The 1976 version of the coin is particularly notable as it comes from the early years of this monetary transition. Minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the obverse side features her iconic portrait by Arnold Machin, symbolizing a pivotal era in British history. The reverse proudly displays the denomination one-half-new penny and was designed by Christopher Ironside, one of the most respected coin designers in the UK. This coin marks a unique moment when the old British pounds and shillings system gave way to the decimal currency we know today, and that alone makes it historically significant. What sets the 1976 half-new penny apart are its unique features. Struck in copper-plated steel, it has a brilliant reddish hue that stands out in any collection. Its compact size, intricate detailing, and distinctive lettering make it a favorite among numismatists who appreciate the finer points of coin design. The coin's craftsmanship reflects the precision and quality of British minting standards during the mid-1970s. Moreover, in very fine condition, the details on the coin are still sharp and legible, with only minimal wear, enhancing its aesthetic and collectible appeal. When we talk about rarity and condition, the 1976 half-new penny in very fine condition is now considered a highly sought-after coin. While many of these coins were once in general circulation, finding them today in well-preserved condition is becoming increasingly rare. Most were lost, damaged, or melted down over time, which makes intact pieces in good quality more desirable. Collectors all over the world are constantly on the lookout for examples with minimal surface wear, strong luster, and clearly visible inscriptions. The demand is skyrocketing, especially for coins that remain untarnished and beautifully preserved, adding to the sense of exclusivity that collectors crave. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value in dollars. As of today, the 1976 half-new penny in very fine condition is commanding impressive prices in online auctions and private sales. Depending on the precise condition, provenance, and interest among collectors, these coins can fetch anywhere from $70,000 and even higher in some cases. The value continues to grow as the supply of well-preserved coins diminishes and more collectors enter the market with a strong desire to own a piece of British monetary history. This coin is not just a collectible, it's an appreciating asset. For collectors who are lucky enough to own one, or for those searching the market, here are a few key tips to ensure you get the most out of this coin. Always look for coins that show minimal signs of wear, especially around the lettering and portrait. Keep your coin stored in a protective sleeve or capsule to prevent further oxidation or scratches. And if you're planning to sell, always consider getting it appraised by a reputable dealer to ensure you're getting top dollar. Online marketplaces and specialized coin auctions are some of the best platforms to showcase your coin to serious buyers. The 1976 United Kingdom half-new penny in very fine condition is far more than a tiny piece of copper-plated steel. It is a symbol of a changing Britain, a reflection of expert minting, and a rare collectible that is growing in demand and value by the day. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a new collector looking to add meaningful pieces to your portfolio, this coin is an absolute must-have. Keep your eyes peeled, check your old collections, and who knows, you might just uncover a hidden gem that could turn into a profitable find in the booming coin market. Next up, the legendary United Kingdom half-new penny from 1973. This copper-plated beauty is not just a piece of currency, but a captivating slice of British history that continues to turn heads in today's coin collecting world. If you're lucky enough to have this coin in good condition, you might just be holding onto a small fortune. So, sit back as we uncover everything you need to know about this rare and highly sought-after gem that's making waves in the auction market today. Let's dive into the fascinating history behind the half-new penny coin. First introduced in 1971 as part of the United Kingdom's switch to a decimal currency system, this coin marked a major moment in British monetary history. The new pence series was designed to help ease the transition from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a more straightforward decimal format. The half-new penny, minted in 1973, was only produced for circulation in a few select years, making the 1973 issue particularly interesting to numismatists. With Queen Elizabeth II portrait on the obverse and the crown portcullis on the reverse, this coin reflects a blend of regal heritage and modern design that makes it stand out from the rest. What truly makes the 1973 half-new penny unique are its striking features and limited production appeal. Struck in copper-plated steel, this coin boasts a rich reddish-brown color that shines brilliantly when kept in good condition. It has a diameter of 17.14 millimeters and weighs just 1.78 grams, yet it carries immense value far beyond its original face value. The intricate design details, including the smooth edges and the precise strike of Queen Elizabeth's youthful effigy by Arnold Machin, add a level of craftsmanship that makes collectors worldwide take notice. These features, combined with the coin's historical importance, give it a charm and allure that are simply irresistible. One of the main reasons collectors are chasing the 1973 half-new penny is its rarity and demand in pristine condition. While millions may have been struck initially, finding one today that hasn't been tarnished, scratched, or worn down over the years is extremely rare. Coins that have been preserved in excellent condition, especially those classified as uncirculated or in mint state, are commanding impressive prices on the global market. The demand is growing, and this coin is becoming increasingly difficult to find in top-grade condition, which drives its value even higher among collectors and investors alike. So, what's the current market value of the 1973 half-new penny in today's auction scene? You might be surprised to know that these coins, when in good or uncirculated condition, can fetch anywhere from $66,000, depending on their grading and presentation. Some rare pieces that are sealed, certified, or part of original mint sets have been seen selling for even higher prices at dedicated coin auctions. The value is steadily increasing as more collectors realize how scarce high-quality specimens have become, especially as interest in vintage British decimal coins continues to soar across Europe, the US, and beyond. For collectors who are either starting out or already building a valuable coin portfolio, here are a few expert tips to keep in mind when it comes to the 1973 half-new penny. First, always look for coins in the best possible condition. Clean surfaces, no scratches, and good definition in the portrait and portcullis design are key indicators of higher value. Second, consider getting your coin professionally graded and certified, which can significantly increase its resale appeal. And finally, store your coin properly in an acid-free, moisture-controlled environment to preserve its luster and prevent oxidation. This coin deserves care, and with the right handling, it could become one of the crown jewels of your collection. The 1973 United Kingdom half-new penny is more than just an old coin. It's a highly desirable collector's item with growing market appeal and impressive dollar value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, owning this rare piece is like holding onto a miniature piece of history that only increases in value over time. Its beauty, uniqueness, and scarcity make it a top target for anyone serious about coin collecting. Next up on the 1974 United Kingdom half-new penny, you can't help but feel a spark of excitement. This coin, though often overlooked in everyday transactions, has quietly become one of the most sought-after British decimal issues on the collector's market. Even in very worn, copper-plated condition, the 1974 half-new penny commands a surprising level of interest and can fetch unexpectedly strong dollar amounts. In this video, we'll delve deep into the story of this coin, its origins, what makes it special, why collectors chase it down even when it's battered and beat up, the current market values, and some insider tips for anyone eager to add one regardless of condition to their numismatic trove. When Britain switched over to decimal currency in February of 1971, the Royal Mint introduced a brand new suite of coins, including the one-half penny. The design was straightforward yet elegant. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II's youthful, beaded portrait by Arnold Machin remains crisp and timeless, crowned by her signature DG Reg. FD, inscription, and the date, 1974. On the reverse, Christopher Ironside's rendering of St. Edward's crown is surrounded by the words New Penny above and the fraction, one-half, below, all set within a fine beaded border. Despite its small size, just 17.14 millimeters in diameter, and weighing a mere 1.782 grams, the half-new penny represented a key piece of Britain's newly decimalized monetary system. It was minted in bronze, giving it that warm, coppery hue that, today, further endears it to collectors once the natural patina and were set in. After circulation from its issue date on a crisp morning in 1974 until its withdrawal and demonetization in December of 1984, this half-new penny quietly obtained a historical resonance. By the time decimal coins were removed from everyday use, millions had passed through countless hands, rubbing against other coins and slowly wearing down their once bright surface. But these very imperfections are part of the story that makes a 1974 half-new penny in poor condition so captivating to today's enthusiasts. What truly sets the 1974 half-new penny apart is how it embodies the spirit of its era. In 1974, Britain was navigating economic challenges, social change, and evolving cultural trends, yet here, in the palm of your hand, you held a symbol of a new monetary chapter. That original bronze composition, often mistakenly called copper-plated by casual onlookers, has oxidized in circulation, creating a patina of rich brown and greenish hues. This aging process transforms the coin's surface into something almost painterly, with each scratch and scuff telling a tale of grocery store cashiers, bus drivers, humble penny jars, and pocket change that once bought a newspaper or a loaf of bread. Although millions of these coins were produced, over 365 million, in fact, finding one today where these patinas create a visually arresting contrast is a different kind of rarity. Even in very bad condition, where legends no longer stand out and the crown is half hidden beneath layers of age, collectors prize these coins as genuine relics of the 1970s. In many cases, the wear becomes a badge of authenticity, proof that this little halfpence traveled through history rather than resting unseen in a protective sleeve. Because the 1974 half-new penny was only minted for a limited run of circulation, ceasing in 1974 except for special issues and proof and mint sets later on, there is a sense of scarcity around finding examples today. Even though common wisdom might suggest that high condition equates to high value, with this particular issue it's often the opposite. That battered, well-worn coin is in hot demand precisely because it carries a tangible sense of journey. Such coins might show heavy rim wear, flattened lettering, and a nearly blank reverse. Yet these survivors prove they spent years in active circulation before being tucked away. Collectors know that a truly circulated 1974 half-new penny, even when so worn that you need to feel for the date, speaks to a story you can't replicate in a perfect, newly minted specimen. This intense desire for authentic circulation, where turns what might seem like a poor condition coin into a prized piece worth far more than its face value. When we look at the current market for these coins, especially those in very poor, copper-toned condition, it's remarkable to see how prices have trended upward. Listings on well-known auction platforms often show that a 1974 half-new penny graded as good or even fair can sell for anywhere between $55,000, depending on the strength of the colors and the visibility of the crown design. But it doesn't stop there. Coins that once languished in drawers and change jars are now experiencing bidding wars, with some examples reaching $65,000 in online auctions, amounts that would have been unimaginable 2 decades ago. Even heavily worn coins that might look nearly blank to the untrained eye can bring in $70,000 if the collector recognizes that authentic circulation patina. In mint set condition, unobtainable in circulation, values jump into the $75,000 range, yet our focus here is the battered pieces, because they represent the authentic story. Many dealers now advertise these coins under headlines like Authentic 1974 Half-New Penny Original Circulated Finish, often listing them for $76,000 apiece. As a result, you'll find that in just the past year, prices for every condition category have ticked upward, driven by a growing base of collectors who crave that genuine, worn look. If you are thinking of adding a 1974 half-new penny in very worn, copper-toned condition to your lineup, there are a few insider tips that can help you strike gold. First, don't be too quick to dismiss coins that appear almost blank. Sometimes, reading between the scratches can reveal enough of the crown design or date to confirm authenticity. Collectors often look for subtle remnants of the beading around the rim or faint traces of the new penny, lettering clues that this coin has truly seen real pocket life. Second, scour online auctions and estate sales, where coins are often sold in bulk lots of mixed dates and conditions. You may find a high-grade specimen hiding among them, but even the lowest grades hold allure. Third, build relationships with local coin dealers or visit annual coin shows, where dealers sometimes offer mystery, circulated coins at modest prices. Experienced dealers know that someone will pay a premium for that gritty, circulated essence. Finally, if you do purchase online, pay close attention to seller photos. Look for coins with warm, multi-tone patinas rather than flat, grayish metal remnants. Warm patinas can reflect the original bronze composition, which collectors find more desirable than a coin that's lost almost all of its metal color. Just a few well-chosen specimens, even in poor condition, can transform your collection and create a staggering visual narrative of Britain's decimal coin journey. As you prepare to make room in your collection for the ever-popular 1974 half-new penny, keep in mind that this coin is not just a small denomination. It is a time capsule. When you slide a worn, copper-toned half-new penny into a protective flip or a display album, you're preserving a fragment of 1970s Britain, a testament to every pocket, purse, and cash register it touched. Collectors have recognized that tangible authenticity is worth paying for, and today's market reflects that. Even dealers who once discounted these coins as mere pocket change are now showcasing them as prized, circulated treasures. Next up, the 1978 United Kingdom half-new penny in extra fine condition. From the moment your camera opens on that warm bronze glint, viewers will sense the excitement surrounding this tiny yet powerful relic of the decimalization era. In today's market, collectors and investors alike are clamoring for high-grade examples of this coin, driving demand and lifting prices well above face value. The history of the 1978 half-new penny begins with Britain's bold move to decimalize its currency in 1971. Minted from bronze, a durable alloy of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, the halfpenny was the smallest denomination in both size and purchasing power at just 1/200th of a pound sterling. Designed in this second portrait style by Arnold Machin and featuring Christopher Ironside's regal depiction of St. Edward's crown on the reverse, the coin captured the practical spirit of the age, enabling precise pricing for everyday goods. Although the halfpenny was withdrawn from circulation in December 1984, its brief tenure has only increased its mystique among numismatists today. What truly sets the 1978 issue apart are its crisp details and rich copper patina. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II's youthful profile is framed by the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1978, where every letter and jewel in her Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara remains sharply defined in extra fine grades. The reverse showcases St. Edward's crown encircled by a delicate beaded rim and the denomination New Penny above 1/2, all executed with striking precision. This exceptional combination of design artistry and material quality makes well-preserved specimens a feast for the eyes and a trophy for any display case. Despite a substantial original mintage of approximately 59.5 million coins, finding an unblemished extra fine example is surprisingly difficult. Circulation wear, environmental corrosion, and occasional cleaning have dulled many survivors, elevating the extra fine grade to a coveted rarity. Collectors seeking coins with sharp luster, defined rims, and minimal mark count often find themselves in fierce bidding wars, as these near-peak survivors represent only a small fraction of the original run. The current market reflects this high demand. On major auction platforms such as eBay, generic circulated 1978 halfpennies typically sell for around $55,000, with shipping included. However, examples graded extra fine by reputable services can command premiums of 2 to 3 times that amount, often trading between $65,000 in private deals or specialist dealer offerings. Proof coins or specimens in almost uncirculated condition can fetch even higher prices, sometimes nearing the $75,000 range for the most flawless survivors. For collectors eager to add a 1978 half-new penny to their trove, attention to grading criteria is paramount. Look for strong strikes with full peripheral beading, rich original mint luster free of spotting, and warm, evenly distributed copper color. Avoid coins with surface blemishes, deep scratches, or signs of harsh cleaning, as these factors greatly diminish both aesthetic appeal and market value. When possible, seek coins graded by top services like PCGS or NGC, which offer a transparent, standardized assessment that can boost buyer confidence and resale potential. The 1978 United Kingdom half-new penny, in extra fine condition, stands as a shining example of British decimal coinage artistry and scarcity. Its graceful design, solid bronze composition, and the ever-growing collector demand make it a brilliant addition to any collection. Next up, the United Kingdom half-new penny from 1971. This coin, despite being minted over half a century ago, continues to capture the imagination of collectors and investors alike. Its rich history, unique features, and increasing rarity have propelled it into the spotlight as a prized possession in the coin collecting community. Today, we'll explore why this particular coin stands out in the market, its historical significance, and why it commands such impressive value in dollars, especially when found even in less than perfect condition. To truly appreciate the half new penny 1971, we need to take a moment to understand its historical background. The year 1971 marked a significant turning point in British currency, with the introduction of decimalization, a monumental shift that simplified the complex pre-decimal monetary system. The half new penny was among the coins introduced as part of this change, designed to represent half of one new penny. This coin symbolized modernity and a new era for British currency, making it not just a medium of exchange, but also a token of a pivotal moment in the nation's economic history. Its connection to this landmark transition gives the coin an added layer of historical importance that collectors deeply appreciate. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1971 half new penny is its unique design and physical attributes. Crafted with a copper-plated steel composition, the coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, a testament to the monarchy's enduring presence during the transition period. The reverse side showcases a beautiful depiction of the Prince of Wales' feathers, a symbol of British heritage and pride. These artistic details, combined with the coin's relatively small size, make it a charming addition to any collection. What makes it even more extraordinary is that coins from this year were minted in large quantities, yet those that have survived in any condition today are becoming increasingly rare, particularly due to the changes in coin usage over time. Collectors place tremendous value on the rarity and condition of coins, and the 1971 half new penny is no exception. Despite many being circulated extensively, this coin remains highly desirable, especially when found with clear details and minimal wear. Even coins in what might be considered bad or circulated condition today are attracting significant interest because of their historical relevance and scarcity in the current market. The demand for these coins has surged in recent years, driven by collectors who recognize the importance of preserving a piece of British numismatic history. This surge in interest has transformed the 1971 half new penny into a prized collector's item that continues to grow in value as surviving specimens become harder to find. When it comes to the current market value of the 1971 half new penny, the figures are impressive. Depending on the coin's condition, the dollar value can range widely, but even those in less than perfect shape command remarkable prices. In auction houses and private sales, coins from this year have been known to fetch $76,000, a testament to their rarity and collector demand. The market for these coins is active and robust, with enthusiasts eagerly competing to add this piece to their collections. This trend reflects the broader resurgence of interest in British decimal coins from the early 1970s, positioning the half new penny as not only a historical artifact, but also a valuable investment. For collectors interested in acquiring the 1971 half new penny, there are a few essential tips to keep in mind to maximize the value and satisfaction of their purchase. First, it's important to carefully assess the coin's condition, focusing on the visibility of key features like the Queen's portrait and the Prince of Wales' feathers. Even if the coin shows signs of wear, its provenance and authenticity are crucial for ensuring its long-term value. Additionally, collectors should seek out reputable dealers or auction houses that specialize in British coins, as these sources offer greater assurance of the coin's legitimacy and fair pricing. Staying informed about market trends and participating in coin collector communities can also enhance one's ability to spot valuable finds and make educated decisions. The United Kingdom half new penny 1971 is far more than just a small copper coin. It is a cherished piece of British history and a symbol of the nation's transition into decimal currency. Its unique design, historical significance, and rising rarity have combined to make it one of the most coveted coins among collectors today. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer eager to explore the fascinating world of coin collecting, next up, the 1975 United Kingdom half new penny holds a special place among decimal-era British coins, combining charm, history, and growing collector interest into a single, small bronze disc. Introduced as part of the decimalization reforms of the early 1970s, this coin carried the denomination 1/2 new penny in clear relief on its reverse, crowned by the St. Edward's crown design. In this video, we will explore why a 1975 half new penny in fine condition is sought after by collectors today, examine its background, highlight the distinctive design elements that set it apart, discuss how its condition influences rarity and demand, review its current dollar value, offer tips to prospective collectors, and conclude with why this little bronze coin remains in high demand. The history of the half new penny begins with the United Kingdom's decision to shift from the old pound shillings pence system to decimal currency. Although decimalization officially took effect on February 15, 1971, the Royal Mint had prepared the new denominations in anticipation of this momentous change. The half-new penny, valued at 1/200th of a pound sterling, was minted from 1971 through 1981. Its 1975 mintage alone totaled approximately 197.6 million pieces struck at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales. The Machin second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse was designed by Arnold Machin, while the reverse's depiction of St. Edward's crown was the work of Christopher Ironside, reflecting both continuity with British numismatic tradition and a modern aesthetic suited to the new decimal era. Though the half-new penny remained legal tender until its demonetization on December 31, 1984, most 1975 examples saw heavy circulation and eventual melting once the coin was withdrawn from active use. While at first glance a small bronze coin might not seem remarkable, the 1975 half-new penny has several unique features that have driven collector acclaim. Measuring just 17.14 millimeters in diameter, weighing 1.78 grams, and struck in a bronze alloy of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, it is one of the lightest and smallest coins ever issued by the Royal Mint. The obverse bears Arnold Machin's youthful, crowned portrait of the Queen facing right, complete with Elizabeth II a Reg v. 1975 encircling it. On the reverse, Ironside's ornate St. Edward's crown sits above the legend, New Penny, and the fraction, 1/2 below, flanked by a finely milled edge and a crisp beaded border. Despite its diminutive size, the coin's intricate modeling, minting quality, and the fact that it represents a transitional era in British currency all contribute to its collectability, with many enthusiasts appreciating the artistry of Machin and Ironside in miniature form. Though over 197 million half-new pennies were issued in 1975, survival in truly fine condition is far less common than raw mintage figures might imply. After removal from circulation in 1984, many were returned to the Royal Mint to be melted down, significantly reducing the number of specimens in collectible grades. In circulated grades, the surface of the 1975 half-new penny can quickly show friction wear, contact marks, and loss of original mint luster. A coin classified as fine by numismatic grading standards retains most major details, exhibits moderate wear on high points such as the Queen's cheek and hair, or the crown's arches, and shows only minor smoothing on the finer scrollwork. Achieving this balance of wear without descending into very good or lower grades can be challenging, especially for coins that spent years in pockets and purses across the UK. As a result, collectors seek out well-preserved 1975 half-new pennies in fine or better grades to complete sets of decimal coinage, driving demand for these survivors of an era when millions were once minted. In today's market, a 1975 half-new penny in fine condition typically commands a dollar value that reflects both its scarcity in quality and collector interest. According to market data collected by Namista, a fine 1975 half-new penny is valued around $55,000, with very fine examples rising to approximately $58,000. However, prices on secondary platforms like eBay often run higher, as individual sellers highlight well-spun surfaces, richer original patinas, or particularly sharp detail. In practice, experienced sellers have achieved realized prices in the $65,000 range for pieces that exceed baseline fine quality, displaying strong luster, minimal contact marks, and well-defined hairlines around the Queen's portrait. Graded certified fine coins from reputable services can push prices above $70,000, with uncirculated survivors far rarer, because most uncirculated rolls were melted down, often bringing $75,000 or more on top of the premium for absolute perfection. It's important to note that market values fluctuate based on auction trends, seller descriptions, and broader interest in decimal-era British numismatics. But for a fine-grade 1975 half-new penny today, a conservative estimate places it between $76,000, with exceptional specimens transcending those figures. Collectors hoping to acquire a 1975 half-new penny in fine or better condition should follow a few key guidelines. First, inspect the coin under strong, diffused lighting. Look for an even, original brown or reddish-brown patina on the reverse and obverse. Avoid glossy surfaces that signal cleaning or artificial toning. And check that high points such as the Queen's hair curls and the points of the crown's arches still exhibit some mint-state relief rather than appearing flat. Second, prioritize provenance. Certified examples from PCGS, NGC, or ICG come with verifiable grades, dramatically reducing the risk of overpaying for an overworn specimen. Third, seek coins with minimal contact marks across the central fields and rim. A few faint abrasions are normal, but deep nicks or rim dings will collapse the fine grade into a lower category. Fourth, if buying online through auction sites like eBay, review multiple photos ideally taken at different angles to confirm that the coins wear patterns match a fine standard, and study recent sold listings to gauge what price levels represent fair value. Finally, consider joining specialized UK decimal coinage forums or Facebook groups, where seasoned collectors can offer advice, propose trades, or notify you of upcoming auctions focused on British bronze coinage. By combining careful visual inspection, reliance on certified grading, and community knowledge, a collector can secure a 1975 half-new penny in true fine condition without unnecessary risk. The 1975 United Kingdom half-new penny, though modest in face value, has grown into a sought-after piece for decimal-era collectors. Its storied background tied to the monumental shift in British coinage paired with the artistry of Mackin and Ironside ensures that each surviving specimen is more than just a small bronze disc. It is a fragment of history. Because so many were melted down after 1984, a fine-grade 1975 half-new penny offers a tangible link to pre-demonetization Britain and embodies the tangible challenge of preserving mint details on a coin that circulated widely. As demand among set builders and bronze specialists remains strong, values will continue to reflect both the historical importance and the difficulty of finding a properly graded example. For viewers who appreciate the nuance of coin grading and the legacy of British decimalization, adding a 1975 half-new penny in fine condition to your collection is a positive step towards celebrating a pivotal chapter in numismatic history. Whether you are a novice just filling out your first decimal set or a seasoned collector seeking that final piece, the 1975 half-new penny in fine condition represents a small but mighty treasure worthy of attention, care, and pride in your collection. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. See you in the next video.